So the waiting game continues for Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Now, Aaron Rodgers appeared on Aubrey Marcus's podcast. So here was Rodgers talking with Aubrey Marcus about when we can expect him to make a decision on his playing future.
There's a finality to the decision, and I don't make it lightly. I don't want to drag anybody around. Look, I'm answering questions about it because I get asked about it. I'm talking about it because it's important to me. If you don't like it and you think it's drama, you think I'm being a diva or whatever, then just tune it out. It's fine. But this is my life. It's important to me. And I'll make a decision soon enough, and then we'll go down that road and be really excited about it.
Well, that clears things up.
Why does he talk like that?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
Isn't there a finality to every decision? Like, I know that sounded like it was like a really deep thought, but it was like, but yeah, every decision, there's a finality to it, right? Like, am I going to eat this Fig Newton? Yes, I just ate it. So there it was, my decision, and the finality of not only my decision, but also the Fig Newton.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I think this is fantastic. I got to be honest with you.
It?
Here's why I like it. Every time somebody hints at retirement or going in another place, it's always the same canned, well, maybe I'm going to play, maybe I'm not. Maybe Brett Favre decides he wants to come back and he has some tearful exit while he's sitting up there at the podium. Tom Brady decides on social media, I'd like to come back, and starts calling teammates. Ben Roethlisberger hints at it for like 3-4 years straight and then finally walks away but still talks about wanting to come back and play. It's the same sort of usual stuff. Aaron Rodgers may or may not have done drugs to come upon his decision on whether or not he wants to play in the NFL. And he did it in a gopher hole in Oregon.
You are funny.
Okay, with maybe
a gopher hole?
A gopher hole.
Like a
gopher
hole.
hole.
Not a golfer.
Yeah, not a golfer hole. No, that's trust
It's
me.
like a Caddyshack deal.
He's
Like,
a little
not a golfer.
Yeah,
Golfer,
no.
you idiot.
So
I mean, they're both connected to Caddyshack, though.
but
Yeah.
he
A
Not a
golfer.
golfer. A golfer, you idiot.
Yes.
He crawled underground and sat in the dark for 4 days, didn't eat, probably brought some of the hippie lettuce with him to come upon his decision, and still hasn't come upon his decision.
No, he's come upon his decision.
I hope he drags this out as long as he wants. I think it's phenomenal. It's entertaining. A little bit of bad news, though. There is a report out via The Athletic that the Raiders have decided they're not going to be a part of the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes. So if that was a possibility for him, apparently the Raiders have decided they don't want any part of the Aaron Rodgers experience. So the options feel like they're starting to dwindle a little bit for Aaron Rodgers there. I think it's wonderful. Good for him. Do what you got to do. Get weird.
You know, the way his vocal tone was in the interview, I don't know. I would assume he's coming back, because if he weren't coming back, like you said, I think he makes the decision. I just feel like you're more definitive if you're planning on retiring, and I think there is a lot of pressure to it to not retire, like you guys have, maybe you, Jonas, have mentioned, the same time as Tom Brady. But I mean, if you're ready to retire, I don't think that plays a part too much in it. If you're ready to go, you're ready to go. But I don't know, man. I just think that when you're going to come back, first of all, there's a lot of money he'd be walking away from, right? I am correct on that, right?
Yeah, $50 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of coin to walk away from.
Buy a lot of candles.
It's technically 60, but who's counting?
Yeah, dang.
Buy so much pot.
I mean, that
you know how much
tip
pot
matters.
you can buy with that? How much pot can you buy with $60 million?
You could buy a little bit of pot.
Yeah.
You could buy, oh, my gosh.
Jeez. Her white Earth say catch a stray.
Golly.
Hard I have, my Quinn.
We got Quinn up on the card.
That's a 10-8 for Quinn. Jim.
I just think he's going to come back. I think he's going to come back, and I think this is one of those deals where whatever it is his strategy is, it definitely plays a part in Green Bay being on the same page as him. I think it has to be Green Bay being on the same page, not on an opposite page. They got to work together to make this happen, because I think they both want the same thing at this point. For once. Last year, it wasn't that. This year, I think it is.
Do you think that they're trying to? I'm trying to, like, is it one of these things where
now you went to merchant?
Well, no.
You're in the merchant voice now?
Is it one of those things where neither one of them wants to look like the bad guy? Like, maybe they want to both go their separate directions, but neither one of them wants to make the call first. So they're kind of like, are you going to do it or am I going to do it? Are you going to, like, who do you think makes the call first? Do you think Rodgers makes the announcement first or the Packers make the announcement first? Like, if you had, because it feels like we're at the waiting game now. And maybe like teams like the Jets who are waiting around on somebody to make a decision so they can offer Derek Carr a contract. That feels like that's also happening. So who do you think makes the decision first? Green Bay or Aaron Rodgers? I think Aaron Rodgers got all the time, and I think
they're making the same decision. So I think they're just trying to coordinate how this works because they have to trade him.
That's why they need to be on the same page.
Yeah, I don't know that it matters who's making it first. I think they want to move on. He probably wants to move on, and now it's about finding the right place and destination, which is most likely going to be the Jets if the Raiders are out.
Oh, this is so great. I think it's phenomenal.
I mean, did he go to the Jets first or to the Vikings first?
Far to the Jets first.
Oh, wow. Is this so eerily similar?
Yeah.
Now all we need to see, I mean, I guess, do we substitute the airplane with the Hobbit hole?
I mean, we also got to see whether or not Aaron Rodgers is paying for any volleyball courts at Cal.
Well, he's probably got a lot more money than
There's that. There's the potential of him wearing Crocs and some photos coming out too.
Hey,
so
listen, you mind your own Rolex, pal. Just trying to show off his arm piece.
There's no real visuals of Aaron Rodgers though. There was always like visuals of Brett Favre. They always showed him getting on to the jet. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Well, I think he wanted that to be the case.
But that's what I'm saying.
Aaron Rodgers,
they're handling things a little differently,
vacations
though.
Underground.
Yeah.
You can't spot a man underground like that.
Well, now here's some visuals now. Look, the Aubrey with a dirty foot.
Yeah.
Aubrey had the dirty foot.
What happened?
I love it. In the interview Rodgers did with Aubrey Marcus, he's like barefoot.
With a dirty heel. They clearly have been walking.
Like in a teepee somewhere. Like the whole thing's odd. I give him credit. At least it's original.
What, Verto? Oh, no. Oh, no. Floor friction.
You can't even.
No.
No. Floor friction.
That's why his feet are dirty.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're supposed to take your shoes off when you come into the house so that you don't get the floor dirty. But what happens when you have dirty soles of your feet when you're barefoot walking in the house?
It means you've been walking around for a while.
Yeah.
Feet are filthy.
I mean, you might as well keep, if you're going to get that much amount of dirt on your bottom of your feet, you might as well keep your shoes on.
Hey, Aaron, take your time, man. This is fun. It's fun for everybody.